One, we're live, YouTube live. This is YouTube live, and we're gonna be turning live also to Facebook live from the page of JC Aranya. Good evening. Let me just press that go live. Two, one. Hi. Good evening. It's another good evening, everyone. Let me just pull out my script. Hey everybody, yeah, JC Aranya here of Sacidio Aranya and EB Campus that come from Singapore, your go-to resource for IT of things. It's another quick public service. We coined it as ITing Alamin, that's IT, and ing Alamin, ITing Alamin. For tonight, episode 29, let's start with daig ng maagap ang masipag. Okay, this is a public service for English and Tagalog speaking, maybe sooner Cebuano speaking overseas Filipinos, and also the Filipinos back home, our compatriots. Some of the items taken here are from Cybercrimes or hashtag Cybercrimes. Some basis on what was telecast on Netflix, Cybercrimes with Ben Hammersley. So I would like to share. I'm gonna share my screen now. There. Share. Okay, you can see that. I'll just have to share my screen here. Okay. Well, anyway, in Facebook Live, you won't be able to see yet my shared screen, but in YouTube Live, you would be able to see my shared screen. And that's about financial irregularity from EB Campus. The views and opinions expressed by this page or program's host are solely the views and opinions of the original source who expresses them. They do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Cecilio Arania, EB Campus, its subsidiaries, and affiliates. Oh, this is about po sa very current, and it's alarming, and that's why I need to warn you and at least give you some quick points about the heists, well, cyber crimes. Today, or I think yesterday, 10 a.m. UTC plus 8 time zone, as written by Xavier from Facebook Philippines, reported case of an ATM fraudulent activity last August 2017 by an overseas Filipino gone social. Note that this is in pending investigation by the local National Bureau of Investigation in Manila and the bank itself. I'm gonna read over some items and then I'm gonna inject some. And this ITing Alamin segment is a quick, like 10-minute segment every day. So let's start. In cybercrime, it's different. You don't need to be able to deploy violence, and this is a quite remarkable shift because it means that you get a whole different set of skills coming into criminal activity if it is done over the internet than you have in traditional organized crime. So they have done that by hiring the people who define this digital world. Though we are where we are into right now, where am I into right now? Hiring the people who define this world, they call themselves hackers. It happened to the USA last 2013, a very bad year for some banks and retailers. 45 million US dollars was stolen from Bank Muscat. This year, 4 years since the Bank Muscat heist in the USA, victims of such are in a rise. And this time, in our nation, Philippines. By the way, I'm making this from Singapore. We are seeing crimes from the street moving to the ATMs, to the cash registers, and to the laptop. Nakita niyo po yung transitions. There might have been a bit of a culture of quiet admiration for wealth, explained or unexplained. Victims come from all walks of life and there is no exact profile. And that's the frightening thing about it. It could be you, it could be me. So, possibly, it was done via a fake ATM card. So, this could have been uh, done as to what they called as an unlimited operation. Basically, what could have happened is like a flash mob in that it required so much organization on the internet. One would say really have to admire in many ways the sheer complexity and elegance of this crime, be it with an insider or just external perpetrators. But there's nothing po that impresses us about cyber criminals. Nothing at all. What is impressive about theft? There's nothing. And theft is theft, however you paint it. So to understand, I'm gonna show you the heist machine process, a simple one. It's one to six, and then I'll show you also the 3 points to avoid. At least what will be our action? What will be your action? And then what was the bank response? And then we're gonna end up this quick public service from ITing Alamin. So to understand the heist machine process, number one, at the center of any cyber heist is the criminal hacker. So meron pong mga digitally inclined or intelligent enough to to penetrate security using mouse clicks and keyboard sa laptop nila anywhere sila in the world, even habang nagbabakasyon. So meron po dyan na hacker. Okay, so this is a possible of what had happened that was reported in the internet yesterday or in the social media. Number two, hackers sell their services to organized criminals with global or even locals of the nation na may connection po. Number three, together they target a victim, finds his vulnerabilities, and either the hacker attacks from within or the hacker attacks using malicious software. Iyan po yung malware. Kaya nire-recommend po, hindi lang naman ako, kung in the past series, please have your laptop, your desktop machines, at least with Home Sophos is a free antivirus. So look it in the internet. So Home Sophos, home.sophos, SOPHOS. For our phones naman po, I believe if you have one phone for your financials, another phone, just like what I'm doing, excuse me po, another phone for your social. That's the regular phone that you have. But I encourage po sa inyo na don't use one phone to both functions. And then, isa pa pong tip before we go to the fourth part of the machine process, never store po your passwords in your notepads sa mga mobile devices niyo po. Hindi po kasi siya encrypted. Okay, I'm simplifying these tips to cater the basic or gullible compatriots po natin. Yung iba po maalam, pero ilan po ba yung maalam sa IT? So I'm just simplifying it. Number four, the organized criminals then contact a local crime manager or managers via secure instant messaging sites. So, dali lang po yun. Number five, the crime managers in turn hire a crew called cashier mules. Iyan po yung mga foot soldiers po yan. Number six, and the last, cashier mules' job is to turn their digital hack into physical money. Sila na po yung mag-withdraw ng money sa mga ATMs. So they would have had imprinted the data on fake ATM cards and then might have went up and down the streets, in this case in Padre Faura, Metropolitan Manila, just withdrawing the money out of ATMs last August 2017. So anyway po, the single most important thing it was suggested in the whole case is the fact that the victims sometimes believe once the money has gone, it's impossible to recover it because time has passed. In the modern world po, where things are digitally recorded, even what's happening right now, it's very difficult to actually lose the money. The money may have been transferred into some other asset. It might have gone into deposits, expensive watches, houses, or cars, assets po. But in fact, it will be there in some form. So, na-quote po dito sa page ng EB Campus yung post ng ating distressed compatriot. And then, yeah, just continue. Okay. Last June 2017 from ABS-CBN News Online, and you can look this up. The title, the header of the news is BDO asks depositors to report alleged ATM fraud or one of the banks. So the bank has obtained reports for potentially compromised ATM following reported losses from cardholders, the bank said in a statement. They said the incident will be addressed with Europay MasterCard Visa implementation. That's called EMV. Kasi po, very similar po sa case ng Bank Muscat, ang nangyari po is yung mga debit cards account holders ang naging vulnerable o nakuha. And then, the solution then is also to change the ATM card with EMV. Okay, so recently the bank's response changing the ATM debit card with now an EMV card. So take note po, yung system po ng debit card ang nagiging vulnerable. And it's free of charge. So nag-remind po sila ng 31st of August, then 15th of September, and then again, ito lang recently, 16th of October 2017. In fact, meron po silang SMS kung alam po natin lahat po because of the one-time PIN, lahat po kayo ay may SMSs na nare-receive. So, to end, do not forget po na lang po 3 things to simplify po, lalo po dun sa mga basic nating mga kababayan. Number 1 po, get and use your ATM card na may EMV na po as advice. Free po yun. Nakareceive po kayo ng SMS, go to the nearest or to your branch or to the nearest mall branch po ng inyong bank. Number 2 po, this is for number 2, in my own opinion, kung maaari po sana mag-withdraw lang po kayo, although naging limitado po tayo sa nearby mall ATM machine ng inyong bank for you to lessen the consideration kung saan po kayo nag-withdraw. So at the event of, they call it, it's not a problem of if, it's a problem of when will happen. So hindi na po siya imposible. Pwede na po mangyari. At least masasabi po ninyo po sa bank, sa branch, na dito lang po ako lagi nag-withdraw. Not anywhere else. So, in contrast po doon sa reported ng ating kababayan yesterday. At doon naman talaga siya lagi nag-withdraw in contrast doon sa report na naibigay ng bank na na-withdrawhan po siya from Padre Faura, which is hindi po siya taga doon. Last, number 3, change regularly your online banking passwords. I know po, mas mahirap po sa inyo yan, pero we are in a digital world. We really have to do this. Mahirap po yan. Pero dito po sa Singapore, we have second factor authentication. So it's not only a one-time PIN sa phone, kundi meron po kami dongle. So, but from time to time, we need to change the password. Lalo na po dyan sa Manila, dahil hindi po kasi ganun ka sturdy or ka strong yung second factor authentication. In my own opinion. So, and use po alphanumeric and more characters po, not even number 1 or letters, even use parentheses, ampersand, na mahirap at palitan nyo po palagi. Keep your passwords na lang po sa physical notebook. Physical, old school po muna tayo. Old school po because it works. So since emerging from Mapua Institute of Technology and several company, banks and tech companies and of the same industry all those years ago, I have balanced various roles as an IT administrator, trainer, leader, advisor, influencer, tech writer, and office manager, and have also become a hunter-gatherer of creative infotech techniques. Myself po, having the digital skills I have, it is inevitable that one will know the internet world, both the good and the bad. And the latter answers to do no evil mantra, as Google says po. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious, do it. Yan po ang lagi pong nasa isipan, hopefully, ng lahat ng digital person. Whatever is bad, despise and expose it. Yun lamang po. It's a public service, ITing Alamin, to you doing good deeds.